Hello guys, and welcome to a new Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing some Crusader Kings 2 with the Game of Thrones mod. So my previous campaign, the Targaryens of the East, just came to an end. And we now have a new version of the mod. Although it actually says 1.5 here, I have updated the mod and the checksum is correct. So we have a new version of Ck2 and a new version of the Game of Thrones mod. Now this update has brought quite a lot of updates, but it's also a very buggy update. There's a lot of weird shit going on. The main feature of this update has been the addition of the bookmarks before the Doom. But in this Let's Play we're not actually going to be playing those bookmarks, because those bookmarks are really buggy and really odd and weird from what little I tried them. And I've seen a bunch of posts on Reddit that talk about the same things. I think we're going to postpone any Let's Plays in those bookmarks to a later date, when those submod bookmarks work properly. Instead, in this Let's Play, we're going to play in the Clash of Kings. Not because, we're going to do anything related to the actual Clash of Kings, but because, I don't know, we are going to be playing as Qohor. And I guess I just wanted something, something cool in the background. It's fun to see characters we know and love and hate, I guess, in the background while we mess around in Qohor. So yeah, Qohor. Qohor is one of the free cities, of course. We are Qohoric, and they are rather special because they are believers in the Black Goat of Qohor, which is some sort of goat god that that demands blood sacrifice all the time for some reason. I think the history of Qohor is that they basically they were a group of religious people who did not agree with the religious tolerance of the Valerian Empire, so they decided to move somewhere else where they could be, fundamentalist and intolerant, I guess. I guess you could think like, didn't that happen a couple of times in America? Like Puritans, they left Britain because they didn't agree with the quote-unquote religious tolerance over there, and they wanted to be able to, enforce their beliefs on others. So I guess that's going to be a theme in this playthrough. We're not going to start as the actual Lord of Qohor. We're going to start as one of the sub-lords. I think they're called lords, yeah. I think we're going to play Lord Cosimo of Hobreth, of House Karit. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that name, but I don't know. I wanted to do a Merchant Republic for this playthrough, and so I sat down and had to decide what free city I was going to play. I was originally going to do Lyce, and I think I will do that at some point, but I feel like the logical thing to do as a Lycian is to, being relatively Valerian like they are, it makes sense to convert to the Valerian religion. But I've already done a 54 episode long Let's Play as a Valerian dude, so I thought we were going to spice things up a bit and play as the Black Goat of Qohor religion. I'm actually going to restart the game quickly. And the reason that I just restarted the game is that if you switch around a bunch of characters here in the opening screen, there's a chance that you will trigger some bugs. And I didn't feel like adding even more bugs to this version of the mod than we already have. Alright, so let's do R plus L equals J. We'll have that on. Once again, if you don't want to be spoiled, I would just recommend not watching this Let's Play, to be honest, because I don't know, I have no intentions to keep myself from spoiling shit. So one interesting thing here is that we're going to be playing with the border disputes. Default, it is off in this mod, but I'm going to put it on because I want to see what happens. And I feel like it could be rather helpful as Qohor, because we don't have any dragons this time around, and so conquering stuff will be a bit more challenging. So having some casus bellis will be nice. Let's turn off Sunset Invasion, of course. I don't know why that's default on. That's just weird. Alright, I left all the other game rules on default. We're not going to do Iron Man. again, as you saw in the previous Let's Play, a lot of bugs happened, and I did have to reload saves sometimes in order to try and fix them. Well, not to fix them, but to try and avoid them from happening, I guess. So yeah, this is what we're doing. Let's jump in to the free city of Qohor. Yeah, I don't know. Warning, it appears your mom is fat. Yeah, this pop-up, I've tried to reinstall the game and the mod a couple of times here, but I can't get this to go away. Once again, the game for some reason thinks we're playing in 1.5. We're not. You can see that we're not by the fact that we have new character portraits throughout the land. You know, new upgraded character portraits. And, you know, the other features. Valerian swords, for example, are artifacts now. Although this guy might not actually have any. Heart Eater, is that a Valerian? Not actually sure. Well, regardless, Valerian steel swords are now artifacts. You're just gonna have to trust me on that one. Then again, we don't actually have any Valerian steel swords ourselves, so that's not going to happen. So yeah, Qohor. I don't think Qohor has been featured much in the books or in the series. Well, the city of Qohor itself has not been featured at all, but there are some Qohorics memeing about. Probably the most famous one being Vargo Hoat, who is memeing about in Harrenhal. He is a sellsword company, or the leader of a sellsword company that is hired by Tywin, that then goes over to the north, and then proceeds to get fucked over, I guess? I forget. He's the guy who, spoiler alert, cuts off Jaime's hand. Of course, in the TV show that does not happen. In the TV show, the sellsword company is replaced with a generic Northman in service of Roose Bolton. The only other Qohoric I can think of is the guy in King's Landing, the blacksmith guy, who, yeah, he's the master who Gendry is an apprentice to. So that's one place he's seen, and he's also the guy who reforges the sword Ice, the Valerian steel sword Ice, into the two other swords owned by the Lannisters and eventually Brienne of Tarth. So yeah, that's the Qohoric. Right, so we're in Merchant Republic. I did want to play a Merchant Republic in this one, although Qohor is a relatively inland free city. I mean, it is literally an inland free city connected to the sea only by this river. Although I think we can travel on it. I think this river counts as ocean or something. So you can build coastal trade posts along this river. We of course though we start by the ocean itself, so this is where our trade post is. Right, sorry for that little cut. I just got confused for a second because I couldn't see any family trade post map mode. Although what I read online is that it's been changed, so now you have to control-click in order to show the individual families. So yeah, I guess that reduces clutter or whatever. So yeah, once again, just getting a bit afraid there that some bugs had shown up. Yeah, let's get back into the game. Yeah, Qohor, as I said, is an relatively inland free city, which means that a lot of the vassals of Qohor are actually feudal. Generally, the inland ones, except for this guy by the coast, are all feudal. So that's going to be a challenge if we ever become the leader or the magister of the Qohor itself, because of course keeping feudal vassals is extra challenging because of the opinion penalty you get. I think it's -20 or something like that, so that's going to be rather spooky. However, speaking of becoming the next magister, let's do that. Yeah, okay, so our brother, or never mind, we're trying to, okay, yeah, I don't see any good reason not to do some campaign fun here, just to get ourselves as the preferred heir. We do start out with a decent chunk of cash, so we would be able to get quite a lot more money rather quickly if we just became the leader immediately here. Loss, don't think that matters. Who's our heir? That's our brother, because we only have one daughter, and daughters cannot inherit in Qohor, it seems. We also have a wife that's too old to give us further children, so I guess we're going to want to divorce you. Can we, by favor, arrange a divorce? Might just kill her, actually. Yeah, let's try and murder her instead. Might be simpler and cheaper. So yeah, we'll do that, try and get a younger wife to breed more children. I've already promised 3 people in my Discord chat to name characters after them, so I have some work to do here. And yeah. Okay, we can actually have concubines though, so we might want to go grab some of those. Although I think I'll do that off screen whenever I get around to doing that. Yeah, so as a Merchant Republic you can actually designate your own heir. Although I think, yeah, our brother is the obvious one. Oh god, yeah, no, he has a bunch of children on his own. He is not that good stats, but what are you gonna do? Sure thing, fam, you can be the designated heir. Unless a son is born to me, although my character is already 49, so I doubt he's going to live long enough to really... nephew, sure. Yeah, I doubt he's going to live long enough to really breed any children, because characters need to be reasonably old if they're going to have any real hope of inheriting the free city in a republic. So that's that. Let's see, gotta get an ambition. Let's have a son. Just, you know, breed children. As far as I know, you need... God, it's been so insanely long since I've played a Merchant Republic. I do not really remember. Yeah, so adult male family members in court gives us 4 plus 4. So we need more family members to get more trade republics. Oh shit. Our trade post is actually one of the shittier ones. Well, actually it's the 3rd best, but this guy... Actually, what? You don't even have any land! And still you have the 2nd best trade post? Malhor. What's that? Where's Malhor? I don't know, I don't think there's a good way we can get that anyways, so... Well, fuck, I don't know. It's not like I... Well, once again, I honestly cannot remember the last time I played as a Republic. I don't even remember if I've ever done a Republic playthrough in this game. So we could build another trade post. That sounds reasonable. Then again though, I don't actually know... Like, where do I want to build a trade post? Does it say? Distance penalty plus 0%. 7, I mean. Alright, so I did some research to see if the base tax of a county actually improves the income of a trade post. Although it looks like that's not actually the case. I mean, this is a bit confusing, but from all I've googled, it seems that trade posts simply have a base income of 6. They get a bonus if they have a good trade zone by them, and if they're connected to the capital. Although exactly how that connection works, I'm not sure, because our county over here is not directly connected to the capital. So, like, can it be connected through any type of land, or does it have to be connected through land owned by the actual Republic of Qohor? Not actually sure about that. One thing I noticed though is that the base income of a trade place does actually go up if that trade place is on a well, I was about to say Silk Road, but what the fuck would you call it? Yeah, just trade route. Because if you look on you know, places like Novus, the base income is 7.88. So by that logic, I should build a trade post over here, because I think if I build one here, I will gain control over this trade area place, and that will give me trade zone bonus memes. Actually, can I take a loan from the Jews? No, fuck, we're playing Ck2, not the DEUS. The Iron Bank. 100, that's not a lot. Because I would like to just immediately spam some trade posts down here to try and lock down this general area. Because it's rather poor, but if the poverty of the region does not actually affect the income of the trade posts, then that's not necessarily a problem. Okay, so we need 103 for this one, 205 for that one. So yeah, if we just like chilled a bit with the campaign fund. Yeah, you know what? Fuck the campaign fund. Let's just build some trade posts. Let's get one here. And yeah, I guess we can just wait for this one. Although no, I don't want to take the risk, honestly. I wanna secure this shit. Let's take a loan, build one here. Bam. Let's get that trade zone going. Because as far as I understood, trade zones like this thing, they can connect across different ocean tiles. I think. Not actually entirely sure about that. But we're about to find out, aren't we? The council is... Ah, no, my liege's council is discontent. Yeah, that's gonna be spicy. So we are on the council, I presume, yes. We are the Justlikar. No, never mind. Wait, what? Our brother is on the council, but we are not? Heresy, I say. Also, I love the fucking masks that the religious people in this religion have. Look, those fucking goat masks. That's awesome. Bloody brilliant, I say. Very well then. Holy shit. Let's see. Character focus business sounds logical. Although, does business actually help business? I don't actually know. I'm thinking maybe just go family, actually. Just get some of that diplomacy and health and fertility. Family is like the go-to thing. I'll do that until I can like figure out if there's anything else specific I should grab. Let's make our daughter a handmaiden to our mom, I guess, or whoever we're making handmaidens to. I don't know. Not super important. Laws. We cannot do anything with the realm laws. We could potentially do this though, although I don't think I'm going to mess around with that. We have our council. How does our council look? My council. We have a lot of loyalists actually. Could try and abuse that to pass a law. Titles and offices. Justice. Yeah, it looks like we can pass a law here. I'm thinking we're going to pass the titles and offices just so we can revoke and give and do all of that without having to seek the approval of the council. There's no reason why that shouldn't just work. Sup fam, you want to be, or you want me to be an advisor? Sure thing. Are you putting me as a general somewhere? Why would you do that? Are we at war? We're at war. The vassalization of Dagger Lake. Expanding the land. Very well then, I will lead your forces. Anyways though, let's take a look at Westeros. We should probably make some of these characters like interests. So yeah, we got Joffrey the Bastard, we got the Manus, the Stannis, hanging out, establishing memes in Storm's End, or presumably somewhere else at this point. I don't know, Mace can go suck penis. I don't know, I think I'm going to grant Doran the permission to do that as well. We want a favorite Tywin though, or mark as interest or whatever. Tully, you can, I don't know, whatever. Balin, sure, let's make you an interesting guy. Lysa, or Robert, presumably he won't do much. The Crossing has already become like defiant of the North. So does that mean the North has, or the North? The North has married? No. No, Rob has not married Jane yet. I could have sworn he started out having married her, although maybe that's an event. Let's check on the Westerlings. Jane. No, Jane is just establishing memes over in the Westlands, so she's not up to much. Jorah Mormont. Yeah, let's make Manson's that an interesting dude. So now we will get like pop-up and shit. Also, let's see what's going on with Daenerys. Where is she? Shit, I don't actually know how to spell her name. Then... No, that's not how it's done. Done... Oh god. Targaryen, there we are. Do it simple, you know. She is the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea. Let's make her a special interest. Does she? Yeah, she has dragons at this point. Ah! Christmas music! Hey, that's lovely. I'm playing this on Lille Julaften. I don't know, do you English speakers have that? Little Christmas? In Norway we call the day before Christmas Little Christmas, or Lille Julaften. Of course, we in Norway, we don't say Christmas, as in, you know, Jesus Christ. We say Jul, which is an old pagan word. I learned that, well, I knew that previously, but I also learned it in my recent religious studies. Surprising amount of pagan shit that actually has lasted in the Christmas celebrations of Norway. But I'm sure I will get an opportunity to rant about that at some other point. Pyland, the faggot, wants something. Fuck, you know, I'm feeling a bit PewDiePie there. It's like, oh shit, shouldn't have said that. God, no, I'm gonna get demonetized. No. Oh well, price to pay for being an edgy. I don't know. Let's just get back to the game, eh? Pyland. So you're presumably on my liege's council. Pyland. Mario. Yeah. So you are returning a favor, sure, but like why? What's going on here? What is the meme? What's sure. I guess I can use that favor to establish something later on. Ooh. Khaleesi of the Dothraki Sea has declared the Great Grass Sea Yunkish War of Emancipation. What a filthy... what was it called? I forget. My beloved nephew wants to marry. Yes, we need to... well, if I remember correctly, breeding in a Merchant Republic is a double-edged sword. Because the more family members you have, the more you have to pay money to them, because memes. But the more you have as well, the more trade posts you can have. So let's see. No, we can't marry him to his siblings. That would actually be a rather useful way to keep the family under control. But I don't think we can really do that because we don't have sacred blood. Well, of course we can't commit brother-sister marriage, but potentially we could have done... can you marry cousins? Let's see. Like, can our daughter marry our brother's children? Just, you know, regardless of how odd that is. I think cousin marriage is pretty normal. Well, not anymore. Well, it's still in the Islamic world, isn't it? Today? I think that's the thing. Which is, you know, although it's probably dying out because it's not very healthy, obviously. Well, who knows? Maybe that's just a bit of a meme, and it's not actually a thing that happens. Oh god, we can actually do it. Should we do it just for the lols? We can marry her to our sister as well. Well, if we did marry her to our sister, they wouldn't be able to have kids, which would limit the family. Then again, I'm not sure if I want to limit the family yet. Do girls get money in Merchant Republics? Do I have to give them cash? I don't know. We'll think about committing crimes against humanity, otherwise known as incest, later on. I think for now I would prefer actually to marry them off to, like, I'll make alliances and shit like that. But who do I want to ally? Presumably maybe someone within Qohor itself could be useful. Or maybe someone external. I mean, no, okay, I don't think we can ally the Norvoshi. Could do the Lorathi, but I do have some ambition of conquering Morosh, so I don't necessarily want to be friends with the Lorathi. Could do the Bravossi. Then again, there is a chance... Okay, never mind, he doesn't have any relatives that would work. I guess we just do some internal people then. Maybe another patrician family? Who's the most badass patrician family? This guy looks pretty sick. Your relatives are all old though. Relations. Yes. Okay, so but he has siblings though, so yes. They are all already married. I guess I should have looked into this a bit earlier. Here's a good lad though. Are you the... No, wrong dude. Yeah, he's the heir. So yeah, a marriage between this guy and our daughter, that could work. Get some of that alliance memory. Could we do matrimony? No. Let's not do that then. Good. Spy master. Let's get him a that's the thing. I feel like getting loyalists in this mod is a bit too easy. Like the council is really easy to manipulate. Like in the base game, you have to like buy favors and shit like that. It does not seem to be the case in this mod. It was super easy to abolish the council in my previous Let's Play, so it'll be interesting to see how things work out this time. What? Oh shit, our High Magister just died and we have a new dude. Crap, well I guess that's what I get for taking out my election fund. Yeah, I'll travel to the wedding. The wedding? That was very Norwegian in terms of accent. The council... I don't know, I'll do this off screen. Ooh! So Mace Tyrell has declared a war to liberate captive from King Joffrey of the Iron Throne. Who though? Would be very nice if it actually said. Well, I guess we are never going to know. So yeah, the war spices up. Really, aren't you supposed to be allied with? Oh no, yeah, okay. I guess you're still betrothed to Sansa. Guess that makes sense. Then again, I would almost assume that there would be some sort of event or something that would change that. Anyways, how's the north? The Iron Islands and... Okay though, because the Iron Islands are winning against the north, but the young wolf is actually beating the Iron Throne 99% in favor of Robb Stark. I don't know if there's any like Red Wedding events or something like that. That would be interesting. Tywin Lannister did a thing, but he also fucking got imprisoned. Yes. What is going on here? Wait. Oh shit! Did Joffrey just died? What? And the fact that he died somehow made Tywin the king? What? I don't think I've ever seen that. Tywin as the king of the Iron Throne? I mean, it makes sense, but how would that work? I don't even know where to begin. Did Joffrey get like... Right, so Joffrey became recognized as an actual bastard. He also became yeah, he was beheaded by Robb. So there you are, some alternate history for you. And because Joffrey became a bastard, and as a result a recognized member of the Lannister dynasty, despite being a bastard, I guess somehow Tywin became the heir. Yes, Cersei... How? No, wouldn't it be Tom? Yeah, of course it would be Tommen. Never mind, it can't be Tommen because he's a bastard now, so that wouldn't work. Presumably there's some reason that made Cersei not available. Jaime fucking died. Tyrion got imprisoned. And is now the official heir. Yes, I have no idea why the succession skipped Tyrion and Cersei and went straight to Tywin. Tell me in the comment section if you know. But that is very interesting. So we now have an independent king in the north. The Trident has decided to say, well, we just won this war, let's not give a fuck about the Iron Islands. So it's going to be interesting to see who wins there. I'm going to put my guesses on the north, because, like, seriously, King Balin has to be one of the dumbest characters in all of Game of Thrones. Herder, I'm Mr. Stupid Head. I'm going to invade the north. Like, excuse me, dude? Nothing about that plan makes any sort of sense. Like, oh yeah, sure, Rob is in the south, but hey, but still, like, you gotta think long term, man. That's the problem about Balin. He has no idea how to think long term. Right, gotta keep marrying off our relatives. I've already done most of them. What? I can marry her to Edric Storm? Well, that's almost too funny not to do. Sure. Get 500 prestige for marrying a relative of Stannis? What the hell? That's stupid enough to be interesting. Wow. Right, so Tyrion just got executed by Robb Stark. So, okay, of all people I think Robb Stark wouldn't kill, it would be Tyrion, but... Or maybe he would, fuck, I don't actually know. I guess it's more Jon and Tyrion that has some sort of positive relationship. So, whatever. Yeah, that happened. Also, of all things, Daenerys actually lost her war to take Yunkai, and she got imprisoned by the meme lord of Yunkai. So it's going to be interesting to see if she lives or if she will be executed, and as a result, the Targaryen dynasty will come to an end. Well, unless a certain other Targaryen shows up in the middle of the 5th book for reasons that the Game of Thrones fandom have a rather hard time to understand. But let's not talk about that. Anyways, I think we're going to end the episode here. So thanks more for watching this episode, and until next time, bye.